I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of
America, and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have minutes from February 12th. Gentlemen, have you reviewed them? And if so, any corrections? If not, a motion? I'll move it. Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. Okay, we had to cancel the meeting last week, at which time we were going to have a public hearing, so we need to reschedule that public hearing for the local law introductory A of 2014, fishing / Washington Mills Athletic. We'll reschedule to April 9th. Do we have a motion to do that, please?
I'll make the motion.
Second? Second by Paul. All in favor? Aye. Unanimous? Okay, Rich,
We're for consent from the neighborhood center to sell rental tickets to Sanger Town Square Mall. Since they're not in the town of Hartford, they have to request permission, and we'll make the motion that we do so.
second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous? Okay. Hey, Mike, we've got a couple of appointments here. We're shifting some people around. Do you have those with you?
I just have the one request for Deborah Green. Rick was gonna handle Bernie Green.
Okay, Bernie Green is shifting over to take care of the maintenance between the PD and the highway, which means that his job on the crossing guard has opened up. In his place, we would like to have his wife assume that position, correct, Chief?
Correct.
So if we could have a motion to assume her for the same pay, same category, everything.
I make the motion.
Wow, you beat him. Motion by Paul, second by Dave, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
We take care of that. Part-time clerk to fill vacancy, court clerk.
Yeah, when we were
Got
in
that?
New York, Rich and I had an opportunity to talk to legal counsel down there. It appears that the Office of Court Administration adheres to that Attorney General's opinion that we had
Whoa,
followed.
here, we're talking about something different.
Court clerk.
Yeah, Jeffrey Emerson.
Oh, well,
We're not bringing that up.
That's
This is,
Rich's.
Okay. Judge Berkler mentioned this to me a week or two ago with regards to filling that part-time court clerk's position. He has submitted a name, and I assume, this is signed by Barb, but I assume this is the same one that Bill wanted, Jeffrey Emerson, part-time clerk in the court. Are you gentlemen aware of this? Have you heard about it? Dave? No? Do you want to wait on it?
No, what's the details?
He would be taking over the position that was held by McKellar. Correct. So it's filling an existing position at the same salary, I believe. Less salary. $10 an hour. And the requested start date would be March 13th, 2014. Motion to approve.
Move it.
Second.
Rich, second by Paul. All in favor? All right. That's taken care of. Public Works. Jim.
We have the appointment of the part-time custodian to fill the vacancy. Roger Jones, Bernard Green, salary of $10.39, effective date March 24th, 2014. Make a motion to accept Bernard Green.
Motion by Jim, second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, unanimous.
And then there's I don't have the actual agreement for the roadside.
Okay.
Attached.
Okay. I don't know if there's
From
another
May
one.
15 to November 1st.
Okay, motion to accept. Second?
Make a motion, accept.
Is the rate the same, everything the same, relation?
Yeah, the county doesn't change anything. Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. Road striping agreement.
Same thing, something like, make a motion to accept the striping agreement. Just, it's late, I'm sure it's in there, but contingency, make sure that they don't stripe any roads that we're looking to
Pave.
pave. It happened last year, so we'll make sure that it's not being done this year, that's all. Other than that, everything looks good.
Second?
Second.
Boy, Paul, you're right on there. Second by
These
Paul.
early meetings are good for you.
I'm ready to go. I usually work till 7, so it's great.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
MS4 report, we're gonna put that off into the next meeting, finalize some things. It doesn't have a date until like end of May, so we're okay with that.
Good. Dave, senior citizen.
Yeah, accept a donation. I'm not sure that this attachment to the agenda, a $500 check to cover the 2013 summer mentoring program from Oneida County. I don't think that's the donation.
No, it wouldn't be from Oneida County.
No, so I don't have it. I know Eileen has got some paperwork and she didn't supply it, so I don't have it, and we'll have to put that off for next month. Okay.
We're good. Anything else? All right, moving on to the vouchers. Everybody get a chance to look at them, sign off on them?
I did.
Questions on them? If not, motion to accept.
I'll move it.
Second.
Hello, Paul.
I don't want to beat you now.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. Danny, you got something for us?
Well, I supplied everybody with some finance reports.
Yeah, nice format. Very nice.
A few weeks ago. I just wanted to see what you thought about those. I'm gonna be submitting those every month. You know, they're cumulative reports. Basically just showing cash position, revenues, expenditures by month, by major fund. And then an update on the, the existing capital projects that are going on and where they stand. So if you have any questions, I can address those, but I won't go over them unless there's questions or things to point out at the meeting. So if you have any questions on that. And then the only other thing I wanted to bring up, I have a budget adjustment to propose. Is Rick Sherman here or no?
No.
Well, thanks to Rick, we were able to receive $298,000 of multimodal monies for paving through New York State DOT.
And this is from about 6 or 7 years ago, Joe.
Yeah,
Dave, you probably remember.
He's been stoning them
Joe
for
Griffin, yeah.
at least on a weekly basis,
Yeah.
but it's finally come through.
So, 278,000 of that we just received in February of this year, and we wanted to, since our paving budget was kind of light this year, we wanted to increase our paving budget by that amount that hasn't been budgeted.
I talked with Rick at budget time, and that's why we kept it at 200,000. Again, not committing the board in any way, but saying that when that came up, we would present it to the board and hopefully add that 272,000 to the paving budget, so it brings it up to a reasonable amount.
So, yeah, the exact amount is $278,592.70. So that would be an increase to line item DB 3501.0, which is the revenue account for state aid. And then an increase to the paving roads expenditure line item DB 5112.04.
That strictly is meant for paving only, correct? That's my understanding.
Yeah. Motion to accept that budget.
I'll move it.
Second.
Second by Paul. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anything else, Danny?
No.
Anything else, gentlemen? I want you to know that finally did go out and get a cart for Jim. Okay.
fantastic.
It's been 8 years that I can attest. Very patient.
I've only been here for 5, but we finally did give them, is that okay?
It's fine, yeah, thank
Too
you.
big, too?
No,
Okay.
good,
All right.
it's good.
All right. Other than that, for you, yes, in 1 second. In case you folks, anybody has not seen the paper, we did get an increase in our credit rating. We went from an A to a AA minus, which is the first time that we've ever hit AA in the history of the town of Hartford. So, congratulations, board. Congratulations, Danny, and everybody. We've done a good job here over the last, however many years, and it's showing. So, and that will save us considerable amount of money on this bonding coming up. So, good job. Matt has something on the website.
We've been speaking about the website, the current, and a proposal to redo it. I spent some time with Digital Towpath at the Association for Towns meeting. Darlene sat through the presentation with me as well. From where I'm sitting right now, I think we should commit to redeveloping or finish the development of the Digital Towpath that we have out there right now. See how it goes, see what we need to do to sustain it, and fully develop it. And we are paying for the product now, so there's not really an additional fee to build out the site, other than if we need to have some more professional design work done. And the other thing that we learned at the Association for Towns meeting is the Digital Towpath has a working product for the town clerk, where it will keep track of meetings, minutes, digitize everything for us, and that is an additional product that we have not yet purchased. What I'm looking to do, if everyone is in favor of Digital Towpath, is put together a group that would look into the redevelopment and completion of our site, turning everything over to the Digital Towpath. In the end, and evaluating the clerk's product to see if it's something we can use.
Board, actually, this is a product that we've been paying for, not just this year, but for many, many years. That's just my recollection. So,
Sorry, go ahead.
now, and Liz DiGeronimo did work on this for a while,
I did speak with the board.
and brought it quite a ways up, but not to completion. So I think I think Matt's idea is a good idea, to finally get this thing up and running. I think it's, from what I understand, and I'm not good at this kind of stuff, but it's a lot more user-friendly than what we have now, right? Yeah, and have the
Much easier to
capabilities
maintain.
to do more and more professional looking than what we have. So I guess all we need is a consensus for Matt to move forward in the direction that he said, not really a motion.
Could we change the style of it?
There's a shell already, as I was gonna say, there's a shell already established. Did you take a look at it?
I did, yeah, but I mean, like, because actually me, Rich, and we went to a couple different vendors at the towns meeting, and there's a couple different ones that the style of the actual product was so more, I mean, it was really advanced, and it really made it user-friendly, and you were able to hold more data and more information on the site. There's also add-ons that you could do for, like, say we had a flood in the neighborhood, just for, say, somewhere, a major flood or a major traffic place or whatever. It'll actually text people, you can alert people in certain areas, so there's a lot more interaction that you can do. So, I mean, is Digital Towpath capable of, like, building on it and keep building on it? I mean,
From what I understand, yes. We haven't seen it, we haven't made any requests of them, we haven't really met with them. Like I say, I would hate to see us get into a commitment with an outside vendor that's going to be direct cash outlay from day one before we really know what we're doing. And if we say, if Digital Towpath doesn't meet our needs, then we've got a couple years down the road, we'll have some experience in how to maintain it and run it, and we can make a switch at that point in time. One of the things that is going to drive a lot of the website is digitizing of our records. It's, this clerk's program is very, really lends itself to transparency and allows people to get in and see what's happening and store things, archive them, and provide a lot of transparency to the taxpayers. That seems to be the tip of the iceberg in the digitizing of records. I spoke to a couple of vendors on digitizing, and that's going to be a big number. To convert what we have to do a manual capture of the hard copy paper we have sitting up on Oxford Road is going to be costly. So that may be a project we can look at and budget for next year.
Is that something we can do in-house? Because there's actually products you can buy now that's so user-friendly and easy that if we got somebody just, you know, minimum wage during the summer, maybe even somebody from the college or the school or something to come in, they could just feed papers through and save them in certain folders and then be able to link those to the site if necessary.
Now, are you talking about historical data? documents?
Yes.
Because those, I think you're going to need somebody more than an intern from college, because there's classifications, there's time periods as to how long you keep certain things, and Gail knows a heck of a lot more than I do about this, but there's certain rules and regulations that you have to file. I'm not sure that I would feel comfortable having a college student. I think probably if we go that route, I think, and this is what Matt's relating to, is there are companies out there that do that transition, put that information on there, and I think that would be the way to go.
Well, they would run their own software. That's
Right.
the biggest thing, is the software purchase.
Right, but then also get somebody to
Yeah.
transfer
It's-
that on.
I've tried that approach of summer interns and things, and however I did it, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
It just didn't work.
Well, this is just, I'm talking if we had an actual system, even for our stuff now, that we could feed through, it would automatically digitize it. And you could actually set it and put it in folders, so pretty much you just have to have, say I have this bulk of paper, the person would just keep feeding these into folders. Because again, those big companies, that's what they do too, they hire people that, you know, are
Yeah, but
minimum
they don't
wage.
have the same regulations that we have.
Right.
See, that's the difference. Because certain things you can't have copies for, certain things you have to be original. You know, so before you get and start giving boxes to a novice, if you will,
Right.
whoever it may be, we need to know what that is. So,
I would love to see us jump on it and get it started and get it running, but I think it's something we really need to creep a little bit and get upright and then start to walk and run on with it. It's, there's an awful lot to it, and if you build your indices wrong, you're forever trying to fix them.
Comment?
No, I agree that take some tiny steps, because I still have questions on retention period and what some documents are classified as. It's a laborious task.
Yeah,
And I'm familiar with town government records. It's not that easy just to step in and try to identify.
I don't think we'd be able to do that. But I think Gail's right. I think probably the first step is to get an actual base, if you will, as to what documents go where for a time period, boom, boom, boom. And then proceed on to the next step as to what software is going to work best with it and work in that fashion. And then at that point, then we're going to have, how we're going to do that, I don't know. There are professional companies that do transfer this over, but that's again something that you're going to have to look at to make sure that these companies know what the rules are, know what our standards are, what our policies are, et cetera. So,
Gail and I are attending a webinar tomorrow to get more information on this town clerks program from the different companies, just so we can start to see what's available in the marketplace. But I agree that we want to get to that as quickly as possible. Like I say, I'd like to get a group working on the website as soon as we could.
You know, I'm a big advocate for it. I think we're on agreement that something needs to be done anyways. This might be a good start, get our feet wet. maybe, like you said, 2 years down the road or so, you know, I'm sure as technology changes, just add on to existing, so I just think that this might be the easiest process since something's already established.
With regards to the website, anybody want to work with Matt on this thing? You too? All right, so we're all set on that. Anything else from anyone?
In an effort to keep the radio trail afloat and moving, I'm gonna bring us up to
Yeah,
date on-
there was a meeting with Mr. McCraith, we have the other two easements, that's the only remaining easement. There was a meeting at the site, the McCraith is supportive of this, and he's willing to convey the property that we want to us with a proviso. Rick's gonna put some kind of a barrier, because this abuts his parking lot. He's worried that people are gonna drive across his parking lot onto the trail and hit somebody. So as a safety measure, we would like a resolution authorizing when we do construct it, that we will put up a barrier to limit access to the trail adjacent to the parking lot. What he proposes to do, since he is losing parking spaces, is go back to the original plan, which was that we would provide him with a piece of land equal to what he's conveying to us, so that he could increase his parking for what he's lost. So really, we would buy the land from him and then sell a piece back to him of equal size, so that the money would equal out. So I'm looking for a resolution authorizing us to put the barrier adjacent to his parking lot.
Well, why don't we just do it all at once when we transfer the property? Why do
Right.
that now? Why don't we do the resolution when we transfer the property?
We need it now, because hopefully we'll have this done in the next couple of weeks.
Well, you need a resolution to transfer the property.
We already have a resolution authorizing us to buy his land from
Right.
him, which we did last summer. But we also want to have authorization at the same time to sell him an equal portion of land for the same price.
Do you have the description of that?
Rick is getting a survey, that's the only thing we're missing, based on a survey that's
So
being
you want
prepared.
the resolution for the sale of the property to McCrae?
Yes,
Okay?
equal in size to what
But
he's
we don't
selling
even
to
have,
us.
we don't even have a location on it.
Subject to the survey that's being prepared. Rick's got a survey being done right now.
Which piece, is it for road frontage?
No, it's back,
trail.
it's right in back, behind the trail.
Gentlemen, it's up to you, but I don't like doing
All
stuff
right,
like
well,
this.
let's
I'd like
wait
to
till
know
we get
where
the
that
survey.
piece of property is
So
coming
we
from.
should have the survey by our next meeting.
But
Rick has it and was gonna be here, I thought he was gonna be here tonight.
You got the survey already?
Well, I don't know that for sure, it was my understanding he was ready to go tonight, but he's not here, he's not here.
All right.
All right. We'll hold it off till next time.
Did you want to?
Yeah, the other thing were the temporary appointments of the court clerks we wanted to make permanent based on the salaries. We did talk to counsel down in New York City, as I said, who indicated that the Office of Court Administration adheres to that Attorney General's opinion regarding non-residents. So
Good.
we had made those as temporary appointments, and we wanted to make those permanent.
I'd make that a motion to, do them permanently.
Is there don't we have something in our employee manual that there's a 90-day interim period for all new employees? Anyway,
Well, if you want to hold off, then I'll look up in the handbook and see if there is.
why don't we just hold off?
Okay.
I mean, I'd hate to do it if we have something that's in the handbook that says that, because I'm almost sure that there's some type of thing for civil servants.
Okay.
Because then making them permanent would be in violation of the employee handbook. Anything else?
I just need you to sign the requisition form for Mr. Green.
Anything else, gentlemen? Nothing else? Motion to. Somebody say something? Nothing else? Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Second? All in favor?
Matt, you still have the record of the fastest meeting. He tried. You still have it.